Hi everyone, this is Lara Hammock from the Marble Jar channel, and in today's video, I'll tell you about my family's selfish gift exchange tradition that we do every Christmas. Okay, so I've found that most extended families eventually come to a point where it doesn't make sense for every person to give every other person a holiday gift. When you get to this point of family reckoning, there are generally three ways to handle it. Number one, you stop giving gifts altogether. Number two, you pull your money for a group charitable contribution. Or number three, you draw names so that each person gives to just one other person. So my family started out by doing number three, drawing names. The problem was we were not seeing some of my more geographically distant cousins enough to make even an educated guess about what they liked. So we were either giving complete dud gifts or we were just playing it totally safe and just exchanging gift cards. And there is nothing that feels more pointless than swapping $30 gift cards. Why even bother? So my family brainstormed a bit on some other options. We thought about doing a white elephant exchange, but those can get kind of personal with all the gift stealing. Plus, I feel like only about 10% of people actually use what they receive from those. So we came up with a solution that I have yet to hear anyone else use, and we call it the selfish gift exchange. Now that's a bit of a misnomer, but you'll see why in a minute. So here's how it works. It doesn't really matter how many people participate, but you do have to agree to participate in advance. We set an approximate gift value at $30 to make things even. So each person shops for him or herself and buys a gift that they actually want for around $30. Then each person is required to wrap the gift in anonymous gift wrap with no label. So Aunt Sally, who is meticulous about beautifully wrapping presents, is going to want to dial it back so she doesn't give herself away. It should be anonymous. Then, as each person arrives at the exchange venue, they are required to surreptitiously, without anyone seeing, put the anonymously wrapped gift in the designated pile. Okay, so usually right after dinner, we all gather around the gift pile. Each person receives a piece of paper and a pen, and one by one, each gift is unwrapped and presented for the crowd for examination. So we usually get the smaller kids who are not participating in the exchange to do this job. Each person has to write down who they think bought this gift for him or herself. So like, who bought this rake-shaped back scratcher? Or what about this motion-sensitive toilet nightlight? Or who do you think wanted this antique apple corer? So the rule is you can't just buy something weird to throw everyone off. It has to actually be a gift that you will use. So for example, one year my brother bought himself an array of fluorescent fingernail polishes. And we all protested, but he actually needed them to color code an organizing system that he was implementing. So obviously no one guessed correctly for him that year. There should obviously be one gift each person knows for sure, the one that they brought for themselves, but everything else is a mystery. There is usually a lot of wild speculation and suspicious stares. After all the gifts are unwrapped, the kids line them up, and for each one, the original buyer is required to step forward. There are a lot of questions and groaning. Each person usually says a little something about why they bought what they bought. Everyone self-grades their own sheet, and in the end, there is a small prize for the winner or the person who guessed the most right answers. So most years we usually have more than one winner. It's usually a box of chocolates or something that's easy to share, but it doesn't really matter because everyone is playing for bragging rights. So we've been doing this tradition for at least 5 years now, and everyone loves it. Even my teenage kids save their allowances to join in. It's a fun competitive activity. You learn some things about the interests of your family members, and you get to go home with exactly what you want. So I've shared this idea with a couple of friends who've tried it with their own extended families with great success. It works particularly well with families who you don't see frequently throughout the year. So if you try this, definitely report back to me and let me know how it goes. Comments are always appreciated, and thanks for watching.